It's been a day, stressing out like crazy. Just wanna be lazy with my girls. It's been a day.
Holy crap, this doesn't taste vegan.
Layer on some
Hello, if you're new to the channel, I'm Karis. I'm currently at university in lockdown, trying to get some kind of fitness gains when nothing's open. But hey, we live, we learn, and this is what I eat in a day, just to show you rough ideas, lazy cooks, because I love cooking. But when you've got 9 till 5 of lectures with 1 hour break, not a lot of cooking is going to go on. Just as a heads up, it's currently freezing here, so all of the meals you're going to see are going to be warm ones. Currently, I'm very lucky. I do have some weights at university, which I have been using. My parents drove me up here because my course, I had to come back. I've got a bar, I've got some dumbbells. It's not as heavy as I'd like to. I have mocked up a squat rack out of some wheelie bins that I've stolen from the front garden, but you gotta do with the best that you can. I also make sure that I get in a half an hour of yoga at the end of the day just for a stretch. And for me, I find it really mentally helps me. I try and get at least 10,000 steps a day, which is very achievable when you don't have a car. My macros at the moment are roughly 2,150 calories, but I let that fall where I fancy it, roughly between 2,150 to 2,250, depending on my mood, depending on what kind of snacks I fancy. As long as I hit 130 grams of protein, 125 is like a minimum for me. I'm not the heaviest person, but for me, when I'm hitting calories like that, it makes sense because you can't not have enough protein. I'm trying to maintain the muscle that I've got at the moment. My carbs and fat, I tend to just let them hit where they want. I don't like over planning things. Life is too stressful at the moment. Trying to hit to the nearest gram of fat and carbs doesn't appeal to me. Some days I fancy a lot of peanut butter and fat. Some days I fancy a lot of bread. So they do what they can. And let's get started with breakfast. So I was going to type this all out, and then I realised how much effort it was going to be. So I started with 37 grams of oats, which I then ground into flour. This was just a scoop. I then threw in 21 grams of soy isolate vanilla, a teaspoon of xanthan gum to thicken it, and some baking powder. Then for just a little bit of seasoning or spice, I put in some ground cinnamon. I just blended this to mix it and put in 3 egg whites. For the creaminess factor, just chuck in a tablespoon of yogurt and then enough almond milk to make it pourable, but not too runny, you know. And then on the pan, I put about 5 sprays of coconut fry light. No reason in particular as to why I used the coconut as opposed to any others. This was just the one I had in the cupboard, and I was not going to the shop to get some new fry light. Then just to speed things along, I chucked on another pan and did another 5 sprays. These pancakes look a bit of a monstrosity. I wasn't going for the Instagram look right here. So I've ended up with 4 small pancakes and 1 big one, simply because I couldn't be asked to pour any small ones. I then topped this with my protein sugar-free butterscotch syrup, which is a godsend. There's a car going past. I saw this recipe by Nutty Foodie Fitness on Instagram, and it's these really bougie looking pancakes. And you know what? It's 2 weeks of pancakes day, and I'm really feeling pancakes. But I don't have the banana, so I think we're gonna get a little bit inventive. This might start with a flop, but let's see what happens. As you can see, today was absolutely freezing, so it was a rather treacherous walk to Aldi. But no matter how bad the weather is, I try and get some form of fresh air today. Also picked up these very cool vegan and Magnum knockoff things, which stick around to the end to see my taste review. During a lecture, I'm not hungry. I just like to chew or do something for how bored I am. This lecture, I'm currently looking at the relative efficiency of buses and cars. For me personally, I find carrot sticks or fruit sticks, or even cucumber sticks, that kind of thing, very helpful and satisfying just to chew on when you're having a lecture, you know? I'm not sure if I'm hungry or bored or all of the above, but things that are high in fibre tend to fill me up for a long time. And I don't tend to have the biggest appetite in the morning, as you can tell by my quite small breakfast, so I don't tend to like really heavy snacks. So this kind of thing is perfect for me. Also, I do not usually track my drinks, but for the purpose of this video, I thought I would just be that little bit extra. Another thing that has been an absolute godsend was a pressure cooker from Wilko for about £30. At the beginning of the day, I could just chuck in a load of ingredients, and about half an hour later, I have an amazing and banging soup ready for my lunchtime. I tend to switch between 2 or 3 different soup recipes with different type of chickpeas or kidney beans just to mix things up and make about 4 portions of each, which are enough to be easy enough to microwave when you need it, but not get too bored. So this one had chicken, frozen fruit, Chinese 5-spice, chickpeas, a tin of tomatoes, and that was it. Then I ate this with a few rice cakes, and I'm a bit gross. Basically, I make a little rice cake pizza out of some of them, so I squish on some chickpeas and soup. I then layer up the cucumber, a little bit of salt and pepper seasoning, put on a bit of lettuce on top, and you got a nice crunchy, good, not soggy goodness for lunch. Yeah, I'm a bit weird, I know. Now, I'm one of those people, no matter how much lunch I have, no matter how full I am, I don't have something sweet at the end. It's just a waste. Now, these things were a massive... Was that over there? Yes. These things were massive, like, oh my god. So basically what I did, I bought some leggings. I want to say to work out in, but reality, it was just sitting around doing uni work. And I got a free box of these things, and they are amazing. They're like just this chocolate protein vegan thing, but I have to admit, it was unexpected. But I've been smashing them. Honestly, those free samples, I think, oh yeah, these are free. So good. I'm gonna end up buying about 3 boxes probably. And just the perfect after or with lunch kind of snack. Or just midday. So it's just an every kind of day good snack. Just before I eat this, I want to say some things that have really helped me stay with my fitness goals, hold me accountable this year while I'm at uni, and work has been very intense. Lockdown has been very intense. Meal prep, huge one. Whenever the time on the weekends or slow cook, I just chuck it all in and make 4 batches. And then days like today, when I know I'm quite busy, I can't be asked in the evening to cook. I was going to cook a stir fry. Can't be asked, so all I've done is grabbed a stew out of my freezer and we're good. We are living, honestly, this thing. I'm going to give you a close up of this because she is everything new. It's like, it's not the prettiest looking thing, but it's not even that pretty to look at, but she's just... As you will definitely get a sense of the more of these I make, I am a snacker through and through. Another staple or go-to for me is frozen berries microwave, just to make them a little bit less tingly on the teeth, yogurt, and then some cereal or granola on there. And for dinner I did have a warm bowl of stew with a slice of toast for dip. Still pretty hungry after that, so we are being lazy and having, we've pretty much hit the macros for the day, so got one of these boys. Oh, they're kind of cute. This is a chocolate one. If they're good, I might try the salted caramel.
Oh, good. I thought that was like you gagging for a second.
That doesn't taste vegan.
Holy crap, this doesn't taste vegan.
See, I know this is something that definitely causes a lot of controversy in the fitness world, but I love ending the night on a big old bowl of porridge and bran flakes and chocolate goodness, just because I sleep better when I have a lot of food before I go to bed. That might just be me. Who knows? Probably it's just me. Don't really care. It's something that works for me, and I think, especially especially in this day and age, don't trust everything you read online. Don't eat before dark. No, don't eat after dark. Don't eat X amount of carbs at this time. Honestly, eat for things that fuel your body. Eat things that make you feel good. And for me, a big old bowl of warm porridge, which is really hot, feels good, and that's what I'm gonna eat. So, see you tomorrow night. Yeah. For me, especially at the moment, life is all about balance. You'll notice that I don't have 100% healthy food all of the time. Those ice creams were pretty amazing, as you would have told, but I still try and make sure that I hit my macros. I would have put them up on the screen, but my total macros for the day were 2,138 calories, 269 carbs, 47 fat, and 134 grams of protein, which pretty much hit exactly what I was hoping for. Maybe a bit heavy on the protein, but it was how it fit. As long as I hit about 130 grams of protein, I am happy. Hope you guys liked this university style what I eat in a day. It's just easy, quick food. I know my cinematography is not as great as it could be, but I'm hitting my goals. I'm doing the best that I can at the moment, and at the moment, that's not that much, but we live, we learn, we study, we get our fitness goals. I hope you liked this. Please let me know if you did. Follow me on Instagram, leave any comments below, and see you next time.